Hello crafters, this is Lucy Kelleher, your local close to my heart independent consultant. And yes, it's that time of the month. We are having a new exclusive stamp set come out for the month of October. It'll be available from October 1st through October 31st for only $5 with a qualifying purchase. And this month's stamp set is called Home for the Holidays, stamp number S1410. Here is our current idea book, our annual inspirations book, and you will find our stamp of the month for October on page 14. And as I said, it's called Home for the Holidays, and you'll see there are 7 stamps included in this set. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the actual stamp set. As you know, it comes in our cool little carrier, nice and slim in terms of storage, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. And here is the stamp set. Remember, our stamps also come with this soft cushion underneath, which not only helps the stickiness of the back so that this doesn't stick to any papers, but it also is very useful when you're stamping. If you put your paper on top of this and then stamp, usually regardless of what surface you're actually stamping on, this will help you get a nice firm, crisp image. So here's our stamp set. What I love about this stamp set is that not only are there 7 really darling images, you have this ornament with a tree inside, the candy cane, another ornament shape that says dreaming, believing, wishing. There's a little like peppermint candy right there. Gift tag that says do not open until the 25th of December. There's a cute like postage stamp of a polar bear, as well as this cute little house that's actually will fit inside a tag. Now, the really cool thing about this stamp set is that it coordinates with one of our exclusive Cricut cartridges, and it's the original cartridge we came out with, so a lot of you are going to have this. It's called the Art Philosophy cartridge. And let me tell you, ever since I bought that cartridge, I've used it over and over again, and this is the little book that goes with it. And as you can see, mine is pretty worn here. I'm going to have to do something about it soon because I use it constantly. But of the 7 images on this stamp set, 5 of them can be cut using our cartridge. So no more fussy cutting, ladies or gentlemen, depending on who's listening to this. You will no longer have to fussy cut around the shape. What you can do is simply cut out the shape and then stamp on it. So you see this one here, that postage stamp, it fits right over the top, which means I can stamp on top. So we have the postage stamp, which is on page 24. Now what's really cool is this carrier sheet will tell you right here. It'll say page 24, cut at 2 3/4 inches. So then you go to page 24 of your book. Here it is, page 24. And here's the image right here. It's the postage stamp. Now what's really great about this, sorry I'm having issues with my depth perception, what's really great is not only can you cut this postage stamp at the size that you need for your stamp sheet, but because you're using the Cricut, if you want to make a postage size image as large as a 12 by 12 sheet, you can. So, but for this particular image, when you have this, cut it to that size and then you'll stamp directly on it. So we have the postage stamp. We have that top ornament, as you can see, covers it completely, so you stamp right on there. That one is on page 27. You cut it at 2 1/2 inches. Here's the other ornament. As you can see, fits right over. That one was cut at 3 inches on page 47. This cute little tag here in the middle, which I'll be using on a project, is right there. That one's on page 40, and you cut it at 2 inches. And then finally, it's this little Home for the Holidays sentiment. Actually, even though the stamp itself, as you can see, just, the size of the stamp is merely the image, but you can stamp it on top of this tag and then you don't have to fussy cut the entire house and the sentiment. So 5 images that can be cut, make life so much easier for you. And then what I usually do is when I cut those, a lot of times I'll cut extras and I'll place them in my carrier. And then the next time I go to use this stamp set, instead of having to go back to my Cricut and cut again, I'll look here and see, do I have any cut and in what colors? A lot of times they'll be cut in white cardstock since I'm stamping on it, but for this project I actually used our Glacier paper to cut out this tag that says do not open until 25 of Christmas, and so I put the extras in there, and so if I want to make this project again, it's very easy for me to do that. Alright, so what I'm going to show you today, what I've been doing when I do these Stamp Them On videos, is showing you one of the projects that is actually in our idea book. And so this one you'll find on page 14, and it's this really cute little treat box. Okay, and I'll show it to you here. I've got a completed one for you. So there it is, just like in the picture. Now, if you go to my website, or if you have your own consultant, go to their website, click under our products, I believe it is, and then idea book, and when you click on idea book, you will see, it'll say recipes underneath, and if you click on that, it'll be a directory of all the projects in our book, and it'll tell you what products were used to make each item, as well as if there was a cartridge used, it'll tell you which cartridge, which image, and what size to cut it at. Alright, so for this cute little treat box, you're actually going to need the Artiste cartridge, and that's the second cartridge we came up with, and that's this one right here. You will find the image or the cut for this on page 44, right here, and you'll be hitting the 3D object button, and it's going to be in row 2, button 4, so it would be B4, and you would cut it at 4 inches, which is this right here. Now, in the idea book, they actually used our Snow Haven paper pack. So you'll see it's a little lighter color. It's got kind of a blue. I decided to do mine in this one because I like the color Whisper. This is a Whisper and white, and I liked that idea. I thought that the contrast with the red of the bear and the blue of the tag, for me, it fit better. You know, obviously you can use whatever paper you'd like. So this is how this comes out when you cut this. Now, just so you know, at 4 inches, you're only going to get one per 12 by 12 sheet. So if you're looking to make a number of these, then I would recommend getting, either make, if you want to use the Snow Haven paper pack or our Yuletide Carol paper pack, maybe make them all different colors, and that way you can make as many as in your paper pack, or you can use cardstock and maybe stamp this, but it will take an entire sheet. Now what's really nice is when this cuts, as you can see right here, it's already got the slit, so I've already popped that out. This here has I've already taken out because it's cut it. And then, I don't know if you can tell because of the lighting, but there are score lines. So it'll show you exactly where to fold. So all you do then is you just go and you find those score lines, and it's very easy because look, the paper actually folds fairly easily on its own. And you just go to each section, fold, fold, look at that. I mean, it's so quick. There you go. And then this one even has a second fold. So that one folds back, as does this one. And then we have our side folds. So just right there on the side. And again. And then finally one last time. And so then you just put this baby together. Now, when I put mine together, you can use a lot of different adhesives. You can use a glue stick, you can use like a Tombow runner. I decided, because it was quicker and I thought it would stick better, to use some double-sided tape. I believe this is Score Pal. You might even use red line tape. I like this better than the red line tape, even though sometimes the red line tape may hold better, because you can put this on. So you see this flap right here? If I just take my score tape, run it across, all I have to do is tear it off, where with the red line tape, you actually have to cut it. So if you're making a lot of these and you're trying to find the quickest way to do it, that worked for me. So then you put the tape or adhesive on all of the flaps, right? Here, here. So what'll happen is this will fold in just like that. See, and there's your box. And then, I'm not going to do this all the way because it'll take forever, but then this just slides through the top like this. And there's your box. See, nice and easy, just like that. So then what I did was I took, oh my gosh, I don't think I have it with me. I actually took, I went back to the Snow Haven paper and I put, here it is, actually I can tell you. It was this Snow Haven paper. It's got the stripes on one side, it's got the black on the other, but it's not a solid black. There's actually a pattern, as you can see. So what I did was I cut a rectangle. I believe it was 2 3/4 by 3.5, so I'd have that margin. Then I took a piece of white cardstock and cut that at 2.5 by 3.25. And let's see here. I have one right here. And then what I did was, because I love edging, I thought the white on its own would be too plain. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but these are edged a little bit. And when I take pictures of this project to put on my blog, I'll try to do a close-up so you can see that. So all I did was I used 3 different ink pads for this project. I used champagne, because champagne is a coordinating color of the Yuletide Carol paper, which is the one I used for my treat box. I used cranberry, and that was for the bear. And then I used archival black for this tag. Now you can use a regular black, but the archival black or even our pigment black will give you a much more solid image, if you can see. And again, I'll take a picture of this and I'll put it on my blog so you can see it's a very solid stamp. So what I did was I took the champagne, which is the coordinating color, and all I did before I glued it down was just edged. You can do a little, right? So you can see that right there. See the difference between that and the white? Or you can do a lot, so there's an actual, so you can actually see more of it on there. It's really a personal preference. I have found though that even if you do just a little on the edges, it really does make a difference in your project. So that's all I did. So we took the black, then we put that on there. I then cut the postage stamp using my carrier sheet. I know it's on the Art Philosophy. It's on page 24. And I cut it at 2 3/4 inches. I put that on top. Now what I did was I wanted this to appear to be like a frame. So when I stamped this stamp set in cranberry, or this image in cranberry, I then just took my microtip scissors and I just cut all along the lines. And then when I put this in here, just a little bit of a frame effect. And then again, I actually edged this piece as well because I wanted to give it just a little bit of an extra dimension. And again, you may not be able to see it that well on the tape, but I'll take a close-up of pictures when I post pictures on my blog. So then all I did was I put that together, put that on top, put that right there in the middle, just like that. And again, I didn't cut this piece. Remember, this piece is underneath. Then I took a blue tag, which is Glacier Blue. I used the archival black in this case, and I stamped this this image on here. And that stamped shape, this tag shape, can be found on page 40 of Art Philosophy, and you're cutting it at 2 inches. I just stamped that on there. I took some of our neutral assortment baker's twine. This one happened to be black because I used black in the back there. Tied it around, and then I've got this cute little treat box. Now what I would recommend doing, which I did inadvertently, as you can see I put it around both of the handles, so for someone to get in here it truly would be wait till Christmas and then cut it. So what I think I'll do on the future ones, because I'm going to be making more of these, I'm actually going to just put the tag on one of the handles. That way it can still open, because then when it opens, oh actually, you know what, it'll still work. You just slide this way actually. You'll see, I'll see I'm going to be smart. It'll just come through here, just like that. So, cute little project. Again, you can find this on page 14 of the idea book. And remember that you can find any recipe for any of the projects on my website or on your consultant's website. And if you have questions, contact me, contact your consultant, and we can give you further instruction on how to make this cute little treat box. Again, this is the October stamp of the month called Home for the Holidays. Product number S1410. Comes with 7 images and coordinates with our Art Philosophy. For the month of October, from October 1st through the 31st, you can purchase this for only $5 with a qualifying purchase. Awesome deal. Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate you visiting my YouTube channel and then going over to my blog. If you don't have a Close to My Heart consultant, I would love to help you out. You can post a comment below. Go to my blog and post a comment there, or shoot me an email. Would love to talk to you. And I hope you're enjoying crafting for the holidays, even if it is this early. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye-bye. Have a wonderfully crafty day.